Hey Flo, how you doing, man? Good win. This is the fourth consecutive win for you guys. You guys were kind of undermanned with players and coaches this week. What did it mean for you to kind of overcome this adversity and still get a big win?
Well, first off, a lot of credit goes to that's a good football team over there. Cliff Kingsbury he's doing a great job over there. Steve Kahn, Mr. Bidwell, they're doing a great job there. That's a tough physical. That's a good football team, and Kyler Murray's he's a fantastic player. They're doing a great job over there. That was a tough victory. I think our guys dealt with a lot of adversity this week, these last couple of days especially. I talked about our mental toughness last week. I think that showed up again today. Hard-fought victory. Our players stepped up. We had coaches stepping up. We had assistant strength coaches coming in. Caleb Thornhill came in there and was helping us from a coaching standpoint. I think we had a lot of people step up and help, and it was definitely a team victory.
Joe?
Coach, how would you describe the way Tua Tagovailoa played today?
I thought he made a lot of plays for us, a lot of big plays for us, especially down the stretch when we needed it. It was kind of a back and forth game. They made plays, we made plays. The stage wasn't too big for him tonight. He played well, but we had a lot of guys play well, offensive line, backs, tight ends, everyone contributed. A lot of guys contribute. It was a team victory. We made plays really, all three sides of the ball. And that's what you need to win a game like that against an opponent like that.
Josh?
Hey, Flo, congrats on the victory. Could you walk us through the decision process on 4th and 1 and the confidence that you had in two aspects of the game with Jason Sanders and then your defense there to come through in the end?
Well, Jason, we have a lot of confidence in him. At that point in the game, it's 4th and 1. A lot of people, want to go for it. We decided to take the 3 points and take the lead. Got a lot of confidence in Jason. I think it was a 50-yard kick, if I'm not mistaken. Good snap, good hold, good kick, good protection, and we made it. That was the difference. We made it, and they didn't make it. That's the difference. That's the difference in the game.
Adam?
Flo, I wanted to ask you a little bit more about what your coaches have been through. We saw that 5 were not able to join you today. Can you tell us how many of the 5 actually tested positive, and what was your thinking on keeping them off the sidelines?
We're not going to disclose any medical information on any of the coaches. Look, protocols. We're just going to follow the protocols and the guidelines set by the league. I want to say, Kyle Johnston, Brandon Shore. These guys have been on top of it the last couple of days. And again, when I say team effort, I don't just mean the guys that are on the field. This was, organizationally, we got a lot of good people here. They work hard. It's important to us, to them. And I have a lot of appreciation for all of those people, from the medical staff to the strength and conditioning staff to our nutritionists to our equipment staff. We got a lot of good people, our operations staff. We got a lot of good people here. It's important to everyone. And that's kind of what we're trying to build, that type of, let's call it team atmosphere, and building those relationships, that kind of camaraderie. I think that shows up on the field. And I'm proud of this group. I'm proud of, our team. When I say team, I'm not just talking about the 53 players and the 16 practice squad players and the coaches. I'm talking about everyone.
Safin?
Hey, Flo, pretty big drive there by Tua in the fourth quarter, especially retaking the lead and also with the field goal drive. What can you say about his resolve, kid making a second start? Obviously you heard a lot from last week, and also you mentioned the report by ESPN. Just what you can say about his resolve and his performance.
Look, it was a team effort. And Tua did his part. Look, it wasn't a perfect game. He made some mistakes like we all did. I made some mistakes for sure in this game. But he fought back. We fought back as a team. We fought back as an offense, as a defense, as a special teams. and gave ourselves a chance to win at the end. And we made the plays at the end. And sometimes it comes down to one play on either side. And that's, when you're playing in these types of competitive games against good teams, those are the plays we need to make. And, essentially we made one more than they did. But I'm just telling you guys, that's a good football team. I tell you what, calling a game, kudos to Josh Boyer. I thought he called a great game against somebody who's that's a damn good play caller over there, in Kingsbury. So a lot of credit to them. That was good. That was a hard fought battle really across the board.
We'll take two more, Steve.
Brian, how would you describe the challenge of dealing with their dynamic quarterback and offense? And do you feel like you got a little better handle on it as the game went along?
Look, when you play against, good players, good coaches, it's hard. It's not easy. It's not easy to call that game. Feel free to call it. If you feel like you can call a better game against that group, then, go ahead. But, it's about, trying to make as many adjustments as possible. There's a little bit of a chess match there between Cliff and Josh and, what we were doing versus what, they were doing and going a little bit back and forth. And it was, that's what you love about the game from a coaching standpoint. But, at the end of the day, our players, they executed and we made one more play than they did. And it's hard. It's hard to win in this league. It's hard to win in this league against good football teams. And we were able to pull it out today. But, our effort, our energy, our execution, critical situations, that's what you need in ball games like that.
Last question, Hal.
Brian, I wanted to ask you a little bit more about the situation with your coaching staff. When did it become apparent that you would be shorthanded? If you could talk a little bit about Godsey's role in coaching Tua, slipping over to being the quarterback coach tonight. And finally, do you fear that there might be an outbreak on your team?
Look, we're going to follow the protocols and the guidelines set forth by the league. And that's what we've done the last few days. And the protocol said that, those coaches had to be out. I think we've been in communication. Like I said, Kyle Johnston's done, a tremendous job. Brandon Shore done a tremendous job. And they've really been, transparent and honest. And look, nothing's more important than the health of this team. I want to be clear on that. Nothing is more important than the health of this team. So if that means that I'm out, quarterbacks are out, coaches are out, and that's the best thing for the team from a health standpoint, then that's what we're going to do. And that's those are the conversations that are had between the league and our front office people in conjunction with myself. So again, I can't state this enough. Nothing is more important than the health of this team. We're going to do everything possible to contain any the virus. Look, we all know, if there's a pandemic and the numbers are going up and the infections are going up on a daily basis, and I've said it, you guys have heard me say it, and you can do everything possible. You can wear the mask, you can distance, and it spreads in the air. So I think we're trying to do everything we can, and unfortunately, we had to deal with some of the COVID-19 protocols, with the league, and we're going to do our best to mitigate any risk. And that's we're just going to follow the lead of Dr. Sills and the staff there. So, but again, nothing's more important than the health of the team.